Books Uncorked.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
So normally we hang out together a lot between recordings, but at least Allison and I, Berkeley, I would say 50% of the time.
Whatever. I caught you guys hanging out without me last week.
You were invited and you didn't come.
After I caught you guys.
No, you were invited the next time too and you didn't come.
When was the next time?
We watched Below Deck.
Okay.
And unanchored. And I was sick and Allison still came.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. But we really haven't hung out almost at all since last recording. I've missed you guys.
I've missed you too.
We also have a live studio audience today. That faint tay came from Taylor, Berkeley's twin.
Tayberk is
Yeah,
here.
Tayberk is here. The singular.
The singular Tayberk. She is here today.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. That's so funny.
That's a callback to our old episode. If you don't know it, go listen to it.
I think it's called Where Are We?
Yes, it's called Where Are We? It's episode
Check it out.
3.
I don't remember.
That's fine because the name of the podcast came from something you said in the podcast.
Know.
Where are we?
That was also, I think, the night you drank the double bottle of wine, before we started.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that wasn't a great night.
Guys, we're already
was a great
reminiscing.
night.
This is only our 6th episode. Hi.
Okay, Berkeley, tell us about your week. Or maybe even just your day, because you had a very exciting day today.
Yeah, today was fantastic. We closed on our house, and so I was able to buy this house with my husband's power of attorney. So I get to sign his name on everything. Well, it's not just that I got to sign his name, but I had to sign his full name and then buy my full name, comma, attorney in fact. So I had
a lot of signing.
had to write that on 50 different papers today. And
Holly, Josh, where are you? Just kidding. What do you think you're doing? Serving our country?
Yeah, but other than that, it was fantastic. I got my keys. Allison washed my rug.
Yeah.
And it was fantastic.
We did do that.
Will you come wash my carpet next? Because there's a mystery milk stain now on my carpet.
Okay, well, that is my fault, so I know.
Wait. Is this from Allison or from
Well, it's
Do you
not
think
from
Allison
me.
spilt milk on my
is it
carpet?
from the Spawn?
Here's the thing. This
be
is a
the
funny
Spawn.
story. I wasn't planning on telling it, but this is a good one. Allison's over at my house one night. Nate had a bottle of water that he kept drinking all the way, and Allison was shocked. She was like, he's drinking so much water, it's great. So I go into my room after they've left, and my laundry basket is full of water.
Is he going and spitting the water out?
I think he was pouring the water into my laundry basket. I mean, it was soaked. So
And here I am, you're so hydrated.
good job. So then, but at the end of the night, she gave him he has a sippy cup at my house, and Allison gave him milk, which is great. And I heard him sputter once when he was in there, but I never heard it again, so I didn't worry about it. But then we realized he's spitting the milk out, and we find that based on there's some milk. I had the clothes I wore to work that day were sitting on my bed. He spit milk on them. That was lovely. Not the end of the world. Not that big of a deal. And in the long run of it, not really concerned about it. He's 3. It's
in
fine.
4 days.
Yeah. So he's basically 3.
Milk comes out of everything.
Yeah, except for he spit it on the brand new television I bought. I bought a new TV Black Friday. And he spit milk everywhere. It was, honestly, it's fine. The TV's fine. I cleaned it. It was, it's not a big deal at all. But I was just I called Allison and I said, no more milk in my bedroom.
He also colored on my computer. Yeah. It's fine.
Terrible
it came off.
3s.
Oh, it is what it is.
It's fine. He could be doing much worse.
Hey, Brittany, you had a pretty big Friday planned. How did that go?
Oh my gosh. Last Friday.
Mm-hmm. Because this is bi-weekly, so.
Yeah. We're bi-weekly. This is a bi-weekly podcast. So that's kind of a relationship update. The guy I was talking to, we had a date scheduled.
Finally.
Yeah, finally. So it was for last Friday.
And then what did you do, Brittany?
I got sick.
And she canceled the damn date.
Yeah, I was so sick. I went home from work. I'd started getting sick Monday, and then, like, I told him on Monday, I was like, man, I feel terrible. Like, I'm so sick. But we'd already scheduled the date.
Well, Monday's far from Friday. You might
Yeah,
still be sick.
so far from Friday. So throughout the week, I got more and more sick. And it was just, like, really bad sinus, like, chest congestion, and I thought I'd be fine. And then finally, on Thursday night, I was like, listen, I'm just going to be honest here. Like, I'm taking every cold allergy combination, oils, everything I can do to make myself better. And then, Allison just moved our soundboards on accident. And I was just, like, watching the chain reaction, waiting for something to fall.
No, it wasn't an accident. It wasn't an accident. I did it on purpose.
You removed mine on purpose?
No, I moved mine on purpose. I didn't mean to move yours.
But I told him I was sick, and I was like, I'm going to try and feel better, but I'll let you know tomorrow. And then I left work early last Friday because it was my on Friday, and I had to cancel. And now he's in freaking Timbuktu. He went home for Christmas, so now he won't even be back until, like, 2019.
Damn.
I know.
He went home for Christmas?
Yeah, his family lives in South Dakota.
Oh, okay.
I was going to guess Iowa. Iowa?
Oh, yeah.
South Dakota.
So he went home for Christmas. I don't actually have any clue when he gets back. I'm just assuming, like, you can't come back before Christmas. Right?
Unless he has to work.
It's up to him.
I know he has I know he took all of next week off. But I don't know. But, so yeah.
How about you, Allison?
Well, I've been sick. But not Brittany's sick, so it's not her fault.
Yeah. Different sick.
And I had to take off work, which was annoying. But other than that, it was a good week. It was just...
What about the week before?
Oh, yeah, because it's bi-weekly. Can't remember much about that week. So
Obviously, it couldn't have been too bad or too
wasn't
good.
Too,
Or you drank a lot of wine.
Wasn't noteworthy. That's for sure. But yeah, nothing new really going on. I feel better today.
Good.
I didn't go to work today. So my doctor told me not to.
I was like, let's not get children sick.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my doctor told me not to go to work. So I didn't. But then I felt guilty all day. Because I was sick this morning, but then I got better probably at like 11. Like, felt functional.
Chest freeze.
Yeah. What kind of sick were you?
Oh. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to hear about something Allison and I talked about on the phone this week? Allison and I got to a new level in friendship this week.
Oh, I don't want to talk about this.
I won't tell the details. Can I just say what we talked about?
No.
Oh, man.
We don't need to let everybody know what
I
we
wasn't
talked
going to
about.
say the details, just the topic we discussed.
No. Now I
Fine.
want to know.
Berkeley, I'll tell you after the podcast. Podcasters, I'll tweet it. I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Just kidding.
I can't get to a new level of friendship with Brittany because then she'll tell the whole world.
Well, how are you supposed to get on a new level
No,
of friendship
I'm not
with our
talking about
listeners?
that part. I'm talking about...
No, I know what you want to say, and I'm saying no.
Oh, okay. Also told me 2 things this week I can't tell people.
Oh, wait, there's another thing? What else?
I'm talking about... Let me write it down really quickly.
Oh, the suspense. It's so fun. Yeah, I don't want you to say that.
Oh, okay.
What's the other thing?
I can't say it. We're recording our conversation to post on the internet.
But I'm so curious.
I'll write it down too. Oops.
Oh. I'm okay.
You know what I'm talking about now?
No. Oh.
Not that one. The other one.
Oh, God. I told Brittany that I had a crush on somebody. Essentially.
Yeah.
I know that I was like, what?
Whew.
Yeah, that's going to be hard for you to keep.
I'm going to keep it for at least a day.
I'm
Just kidding. I mean, honestly, for at least like 7 more months.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, just enough time for you to be over it, and then like
We're gonna have to cut all of this out.
No, that's great. Okay. Allison,
Yeah.
what are you drinking tonight, girl?
Well, Brittany, I have a couple of options over here. I have a margarita that you so kindly made me. And I also have backup, which is Farfalla Scarlet Cranberry.
Okay.
What are you? Oh,
Oh,
what
it
are you
can be my
drinking?
turn. I also have a margarita. I'm feeling really good about it. Tequila's my drink of choice, my liquor of choice.
So it's mine too.
So, whew, it's
But
just-
don't
I'm
tell
feeling
anybody else that because our podcast is called Books Uncorked.
good. No, it's my liquor of choice. I drink a lot of. Allison, you drink way more wine than you drink tequila.
That's fine. That's true. What
But
are you
I
drinking,
also-
Berkeley?
Oh, I was going to tell you about the wine I have over here
Oh,
too.
sorry, I forgot. I
I
didn't know
have
you had
two as
wine.
well.
Jeez.
I'm not a huge, so I'm house sitting this week, and one of my like requirements was that they provide wine. So one of the provided wines was Santa Cristina Pinot Grigio del Vincini. It's
Wow.
not a word I know how to say it. And there's also some really small text under that, but I can't read it because apparently I'm blind. Like, you know when you're taking that eyesight test and that bottom line that just looks like squigglies?
Even with your glasses on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what this is. I didn't realize it was letters until I saw that.
It looks like
I'll take a picture and put it on our Twitter so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like the squigglies. All right, sorry, long enough for me. Burke, what are you drinking?
I have a margarita, courtesy of Brittany, and I'm drinking some Landrun pineapple peach.
Ooh, that actually sounds good.
Maybe pineapple pear.
Landrun is an
remember.
Oklahoma wine company, right?
Yes, and it is pretty
You
delicious.
peeps gotta try it. It's excellent.
All right, all right. Apparently,
Okay.
I'm Matthew McConaughey tonight. That's like the third time I said
No,
that.
you only did two. All right. You gotta do the third to be Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
I love Matthew McConaughey. He does classes at Texas A&M.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he teaches acting classes at Texas A&M.
Shut up.
I'm like, I want to go back to college.
Full body chills.
It's not at Texas A&M original. It's Texas A&M
I didn't know there was.
Amarillo. No, there's a Texas A&M something.
I'm sure.
I don't think
listeners in
he's at the
Texas
one in
will let us know.
Austin. There's one in Austin. I don't think he's at that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But you guys, oh,
Do you think he says that in class?
all right. I think he starts
Yes.
every class with that. All right.
I hope
Let's
so.
get started. Okay. Berkeley. Oh wait, no, I gotta read the synopsis. Are you guys ready for this? So, sorry.
What was our book this week, Brittany?
Our book this week was called Beautiful Disaster by Jamie McGuire. I really have a hard time with her last name because in my head it doesn't sound like it's spelled, but
Can I just say something about her really quick?
yeah.
I followed her on Instagram. Homegirl is beautiful.
Yeah,
Like-
she is.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I kind of can't stand it. So,
She's also an excellent author. I love her. I talked about my love for this book in the last podcast, so to shorten this, check out the last podcast where I talk about how much I freaking love this book. But here's the synopsis. It says, the new Abby Abernathy is a good girl. She doesn't drink or swear, and she has the appropriate number of cardigans in her wardrobe. Abby believes that she has enough distance from the darkness of her past, but when she arrives at college with her best friend, her path to a new beginning is quickly challenged by Eastern University's Walking One Night Stand. And that's in all cap, or not in all caps, it's capitalized like a title, which I really enjoy. Travis Maddox, lean, cut, and covered in tattoos, is exactly what Abby needs and wants to avoid. He spends his nights winning money in a floating fight ring and his days as the ultimate college campus charmer. Intrigued by Abby's resistance to his appeal, Travis tricks her into his daily life with a simple bet. If he loses, he must remain abstinent for a month. If Abby loses, she must live in Travis's apartment for the same amount of time. Either way, Travis has no idea that he's met his match. Ooh, I love this book. I gave a little dance. I'm sorry. I have a
Brittany's
terrible
dying.
cough. I'm still sick, you guys. We're running on 2 weeks now. It's fine. And honestly, this wine and margarita is helping.
That's good.
I'm coughing way less than I have all day.
Well,
okay.
we found a cure-all.
So, Berkeley, when or did you finish this book, and how long did it take you?
I finished last night, and
Ooh.
I had started on, I think on Monday.
Okay.
Started on Monday. So,
That took you a long time to read this book. Longer than normal, I feel like. Not for the record, I'm not saying like you read it slowly. I just mean, I feel like you normally finish books faster. Did you like it?
No, we won't get to that yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
There's been a lot of stuff going on this week, so like I've had to like really time.
You mean like you bought a house or something?
Yeah, I've had to really time like when I actually like sit down and like allot my time to listen to it. So
you listened.
yes,
That was my next question.
yes, I listened this week.
Okay. I like it. Allison,
What?
when did you finish this book? When did you finish Beautiful Disaster?
I finished Beautiful Disaster on Monday. I started
Of
it
last week? This week?
of this week. I
Oh.
started it the Friday after the podcast. And I finished Walking Disaster 2 days ago.
So Walking Disaster is kind of the sequel to this book.
It's the same story, just from Travis's point of view.
Yeah.
So essentially,
talk
it just
about
gave me
that.
more perspective.
Yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit more throughout the podcast for sure, because I read that book too. I have read both of these books before.
But
this
did you
podcast.
reread it?
I did. I reread both. So, I'm sorry, I'm kicking things. My bad. Hopefully you guys couldn't hear that, but you probably could. Now you know what I do with my feet. I finished the first book, like, I don't even know, last week sometime. Oh, no. This is funny. So I've read this book before, so I knew it was coming when I came to the chapter called Fire or Smoke. I can't remember which one it's called. I think it's called Smoke. So I stopped. I didn't listen for like 2 days because I really hate that chapter. And it's like the very end of the book. So I didn't listen for like 2 days. So I was ready to finish it on like Thursday or Friday of last week. But then I moved into, like, I switched to, like, I waited. I
skipped it.
No, I switched to a different book. Actually, I'm trying to remember what book I was listening to. But I switched to a different book. And then I finished it like Monday or Tuesday. And then I started Walking Disaster. And I finished that earlier today.
All right.
I didn't start Walking Disaster until Tuesday or Wednesday, though.
Berkeley, do you feel unprepared because you didn't read Walking Disaster?
I
To be
feel
fair,
very unprepared. I was not told that I needed.
to be fair, wait, I have 2 notes on that. To be fair, it was not part of the requirements, so you're not underprepared. You were just prepared or more over-prepared.
But I want to be over-prepared.
Well, sorry that you suck. I don't know.
Whoa.
But also, I got the same text message you did in our Books on Court group text that said, hey, Berkeley, you might want to read this book. Because Allison found it at my house. I have a paperback copy.
Yeah,
that
I didn't know it
loved.
existed. Which is funny that I didn't know it existed. I guess I was just too drunk to really realize anything. Because you mentioned it when we recorded last time. You said, there's also a sequel called Walking Disaster. And we all responded. And so I don't know why I didn't realize.
But do you guys want to know something really exciting that I discovered while I was trying to get the ebook?
What?
This is a series. There's a Maddox Brothers series.
Oh, I knew that.
I did not. I tweeted about it on our Books Uncorked account. I'm so fucking excited.
I'm excited for
I'm
you.
going to read all of them.
Well,
I tried to figure out how to buy them, but I need Allison's help because I don't know how to work Audible. It's very
will help
difficult. I almost texted you, but then I was like, no, that's going to tell, like, we can't discuss it.
we have
What?
Audible needs to start paying us or we're going to stop talking about them.
Yeah. Well, Audible needs to start paying us or I'm going to tell everyone about my workaround. DM us. I'll tell you how I've worked
Yeah,
around
wait.
Audible.
Wait, I want to know.
I'll tell you about it, but I don't think I should tell Audible because I don't want them to fix it.
Okay.
Audible's definitely listening. They're basically the government. Okay,
Probably.
we need to move in. We're a little behind schedule, which is fine, but let's move into our topics. Before we move into our topics,
Spoiler alert.
spoil. I'm just
If
kidding.
you haven't read this book, there's a chance that we might spoil the ending. The end.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil the ending of this book, but just like with all of our books, it's still totally worth listening to and then reading the book afterwards, or will be your spark notes, whatever you want. We're here for it. So, our first topic is a doozy. So the main characters of this book are Abby and Travis. Pigeon is Abby's nickname.
I'm not calling her that.
I think it's the
Pidge.
sweetest thing on the planet. I want to be someone's pigeon.
Okay, I hate Abby Abernathy. I think she's a selfish bitch, and Travis Maddox is all right, I guess.
I think they are the. I don't want to hurt Brittany's feelings, but
That's
like
okay.
they're like, she's a really shitty character.
She's not a good person.
I did
Oh, I
not like
definitely
her.
think she's shitty, but I still love the book.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't say I didn't like the book.
No, Berkeley
I
hated
said
the
that
book.
Abby Abernathy is
I
a
did
bad
not
person.
hate the book.
I can look at your face. You did not enjoy
I
this
hate
book.
Abby.
I'm sorry.
I
She
don't
is
hate
a
the book.
bad person. She
I
doesn't
don't think
deserve
that's
Travis.
fair. I do not think that's fair.
That's fine. I do not like her.
I don't like you.
She loves you.
One time, my brother and I got in a fight about a TV show,
God.
and I said his girlfriend was a hoe because I was so mad. He was talking about a TV character, and I was like, "Well, your girlfriend's a hoe."
Oh my
She was
God.
not. She's a lovely human being.
That's hilarious.
Sorry, that just made me think of
Very dramatic, Brittany.
that. No, I think that the whole book, like, everyone's in fucked up situations, and like, I totally relate to Abby. Like, I don't know, I'm definitely attracted more to like the bad guys, but then I'm like, I don't want to date you. You're messed up. I want to date someone perfect.
feel like Abby's whole story was not very realistic.
Why? I'm not disagreeing. I'm just
Just
give us some.
her crazy poker playing father and like her gambling poker playing past and very mysterious with her
Yeah,
fake IDs.
yeah,
that
with
she's
her-
had.
Oh, I think
she's-
it's totally realistic.
You think that it's realistic that 16-year-olds are in Vegas playing with fake IDs all the
Well,
time?
first of all, she's not
Professionals?
16.
No, but that she had many times before.
Not
Played for
not
her-
on the floor. She was playing in like backroom poker games. There's all kinds of illegal poker games going on.
I know, but that's why they have those fake IDs is so they could go gamble.
Yeah,
Like her in America had that whole routine down, so
Yeah.
they've done it multiple times.
yeah.
I just thought it was silly.
I did
And
too.
it made me
I loved it.
it made me like I'd be getting into the book and like okay, I kind of like this again. And then they bring something up about Abby's past and I'm like, okay, now I'm annoyed. Like,
Now
can we
I'm
just like
annoyed.
could we come up with like a different backstory, like something maybe a little bit more traumatic, like I don't know, to make her as cold as
Yeah.
she is.
You don't think that that's traumatic?
I want
She has an
It's not-
alcoholic, drug addict mother and a dad who's a deadbeat alcoholic who blames her for every problem he's ever had in his life.
No, it's not that it's not traumatic. It's that it's the
Allison would be like a puddle on the floor if her parents were like that.
No, I probably wouldn't because that would be what I was
You're-
raised in.
That's true. But
But-
at this moment,
Well, yeah, if my parents turned into that, I'm 24, Brittany. It would be very traumatic. I would be very. What's the word? Appalled?
Confused.
Thank you.
something. You'd be very something.
You'd be devastated.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
devastating.
But I do think that, like, the whole
I thought
Lucky
it was cheesy.
13 thing and, like, everybody knowing who her dad is, and it was.
It's this cheesy romance novel, but like that's what makes it.
I love it.
That's
I'm
what
too
makes it what it
single
is.
to not love
Ugh.
cheesy romance novels.
God, and if Travis didn't ruin a hot moment with his cheesy ass shit, I mean, like,
Like what? Which
oh
one?
my
I mean,
God,
yes,
they
but-
would be like getting in the throes, and then Travis would say something like, "I love you, Pidge," or "You're my forever," or "Your last first kiss," and I'm like, "Ooh,
Shut up,
ew,
Travis.
ew, ew, ew."
Can we stop the
Run,
romance and like
run
just have
away.
some like dirty sex, please.
Yeah.
Berkeley, you should have read the second book.
Ew.
He talks about like pumping in the second book.
Ew.
She says thrusting all the time. I feel like thrusting and
No,
pumping
listen.
are
If we had to
equivalent.
rate these books on like how sexually detailed they are, like book 1 is, I would say like a 5. No, if we're doing them out of 5, I would say it's at like a 2.5.
Compared to 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey being a 5.
Oh,
And Twilight being a 1. I would rate the first book a 3.
Okay, and what would you rate the second book?
A 4.
I would say 4.5. I mean,
Really?
there's no ropes.
Have you
But like,
have you read 50 Shades of Grey?
I know, but I just feel like if you're gonna rate the second book, the second book is like twice as sexually charged as the first one.
I need to read it. I need it in my life because there's no sexually charged.
You don't need it in
anything.
your life because you don't need Abby Abernathy in your life.
Oh my gosh!
I hate
And
her.
if you thought Abby Abernathy, what is
It's
that?
the dog. It's the dog. I'm sorry, she's itching.
Oh,
Sorry, dog.
I thought it was the Christmas tree. I was like, it's
Christmas
ticking.
tree is ticking.
It's
It's
a
gonna
Tesla bomb.
explode.
Did you see me look at it? I was like,
I didn't know
uh-oh.
what you were looking at.
Okay, so if you thought you hated Abby in the first book, oh, do you hate her in this?
Yeah,
in
the second book, I didn't hate Abby until the second book. So I'm curious if you hated her in the first
Oh
one.
no, I hated her in the first one.
Lexi, stop itching. Sorry, my dog's
But
itching.
it was
It's
more
her
like-
tags.
It wasn't that I understood it more because I wasn't. It wasn't that I didn't understand it because every time I was in Beautiful Disaster, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Why? Like that's what I would like. That was all of my thoughts. Are you kidding me? Why? You're dumb. Are you kidding me? Why? You're dumb." It was just over and over again with that first book.
It's so funny. Maybe that's why I'm single. Because I was totally with Abby. I was like, yeah, you're right. He's bad for you. He's bad for you. Cut him off. But then she kept going back. And then I was like, you're an idiot. But then I thought of that guy.
Okay, but that's what makes her a bitch. Like, make your choice. Either cut him off or don't. But don't fucking rub his face in your vagina all the time and then come.
So graphic. There's no face rubbing in vaginas.
Okay, well, it was a figure of speech I just made.
They
up.
didn't know that, though.
Well, okay, now they know. But, I'm sure there was. I'm sure we just didn't hear about it.
Yeah, I mean,
They never went
should
into
be.
detail about that.
About that necessarily.
Yeah. No,
on the first book.
not in the first book.
No, I don't think they did in the second book either.
They don't talk about that in the second book, but they talk about a lot else.
Anyway, so
Ooh, does he go into details about the threesome in the second?
That's so funny, Berkeley, honestly, because he doesn't. And I fully expected that to happen.
I'm disappointed, and like I kind of really wanted to read.
To be clear, Travis has a threesome without Abby.
yeah, we weren't
Oh,
kidding.
I
And
lost
guess
you.
what? Travis still isn't the asshole.
Here, I'm gonna.
Still not the he's not an asshole.
No,
So I can't.
I don't know.
But I like Travis. I just need him. If I was dating Travis
a
and
little metal
he
knobs.
said something to me like last first kiss or tattooed his name on him, my name on him. You can tattoo your name on yourself all you want. Just don't tattoo mine. I don't know. I
Is
think
now
that's-
the time to tell you I have Al tattooed on my wrist? I'm just kidding.
God bless. Calling me pigeon is fine as long as I don't know why, because that shit's cheesy as fuck. And I just can't. I think it's my fear of commitment probably that makes me so. It makes me itch. I don't like it. I don't like any of it.
I loved it.
I think
I just need a man who's like has all of a sudden decided that he wants to marry me.
I
God,
don't.
I don't even want to get into that part of this.
I'm just kidding. I don't really
Oh,
want that. It's anxiety driving for me as well.
God. I can't.
She's so young. Also, is something that kills me in this book is that she's
This
18 when we meet her.
I know.
This relationship is so toxic though.
It is
Like,
so toxic.
Travis needs to go to therapy ASAP. Abby needs to go to
True that.
therapy.
You need to introduce him to
ASAP.
Kelly.
Thank you. Kelly, call them. And Travis needs I so much. He is borderline alcoholic.
Borderline? You're right. It's probably borderline.
It's for sure borderline. And he continues to, like, break things over and over again.
So Travis fights in, like, underground fighting rings.
Fight Club.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club. But in this podcast, we do.
But we're not in it.
It's a fictional
Man, I
Fight
think
Club.
we might have just found our title. Just kidding. But sorry. But
I need to be more drunk.
can we take a pause break? Can we
Yes,
come back?
because I need to be more drunk.
We're
Okay.
back.
Hello.
Sorry, I needed a coughing break. The joys of being sick. Okay. Let's move into our next topic of friendships.
There's a lot of friends in this book.
There is so many. This is a true, like, it made me really kind of think about college.
And how many friends you have and how many not friends you have now.
Yeah. Honestly, though, because, like, I mean, I still have a lot of friends from college, but, like,
We don't hang out because we don't all live 5 seconds from each other.
yeah.
Yeah, you really just kind of hang out with the people that like you actually really like.
Yeah.
That's kind of a tough.
So, I mean,
pill.
like,
Well,
we
that's not
were
fair
in-
because I really like a lot of the people that I liked in
Yeah.
college, but they just aren't around.
I don't know. You just kind of make it a point to go hang out with people. If
Yeah.
you need to see them,
Friendships
I feel
after
like.
college are intentional.
Yeah.
Friendships in college are more, I think, convenient friendships. And then you find out who are, like, those lifelong friends after college.
Yeah.
So, like, there's friends I have from college still that, like, I think will always be friends with, but they're not, like
Ride or die.
closest friends. Yeah, like, they're, like, friends that, like, I'll invite to my wedding one day. Like, I'll have coffee with sometime, but, like, I'm not going to call them when I'm, like, I had a really terrible day and I just need someone to hang out with or talk to, or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
But so in this book, you have Abby's best friend. Sorry, my dog's being hella loud right now. You have Abby's best friend, America,
The beautiful.
who they call Mare throughout the book, and I think that she is not a great friend.
She's annoying. Yeah.
She just doesn't hold, like, I don't know. I think a big part of friendship is holding your friends accountable, and she's terrible at that. She's like you're always right unless I think you're wrong because it's inconveniencing me or I've decided to care.
I think that she's really hypocritical.
I agree.
She, like, really hates Travis at 1 minute, and then the next minute she's on his side. And she really hates him again, and then she's on his side.
It's like all the other women in this book. They're
Yeah.
very undecided.
It's the ice machine.
Well, that's not okay.
Allison just had a huge panic face. It was just my ice machine dropping ice. Every house has that.
I didn't like
No,
it.
my house doesn't.
Because
also,
you don't have an ice maker, and that's
sounds
so
like-
annoying.
someone's knocking on the window like it's the strangers.
Now the ice machine is filling with water.
That makes me want to vomit. I could never have a real life ice maker.
I could. Those are my favorite.
I know. I don't know how she lives without it. It's a big part of the reason I'm really worried about living there.
She's a peasant.
Ugh.
A peasant. You're right.
You know what this peasant doesn't worry about? People knocking on her window.
Neither does Brittany
Okay.
because it was the ice machine.
Yeah, it was a freaking ice machine.
Well, I know that if there really
Lexi,
is that
no
noise,
squeaking. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Let me take away your squeaky toy. Give. Okay, take it away, but don't squeeze. Okay. So that's what's her name's terrible friendship. But the Travis is he lives with his cousin and who I would call like maybe his best friend,
Shep.
Shep.
I like Shep.
Why
Why
me
don't you
look at
like
my
Shep?
Here's why. Because in the book, Shep comes across like I wrote this down 1 second. Okay. He comes off as really rude in the audiobook a lot, at the beginning at least. But I think he's just whiny. When I read the book, he just comes across as whiny.
I kind of liked him.
I liked him.
Ugh.
You guys, we have such different opinions. Also, the narrator for this book, holy shit.
I was not feeling her.
I do not like her. I didn't like. So when I read the book, I felt like some people felt more.
It was not narrated by Jamie McGuire.
No. It was by, like, Emily something.
I don't know. But the guy who narrated Walking Disaster, I wasn't feeling him either.
He was cracking me the hell up with his voice for females.
Abby, oh my gosh. It was like,
It was just like, oh my gosh. It was like the voice your big brother makes when he's trying to make fun of you.
oh my gosh. But then the girl who did Beautiful Disaster was like,
So bad.
yeah, like,
It was like, hi, I'm Travis, and I'm a fucking fighter. And it was just like, where's this accent coming from?
He's like, hey, Paige. And I'm like, ew.
And every once in a while, he got this weird, like, Bronx accent.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's not from the Bronx. Why are you? What?
Yeah. I don't know.
It was very
bad.
weird.
I didn't like it.
Okay. Another funny thing, I wrote notes as I read this book. So at one point in the book, so the top drawer next to Travis's bed
Filled with condoms.
is just filled with condoms.
Oh,
he has a
and,
fish bowl of condoms.
KY jelly.
Yeah, KY jelly, which cracked me up too. But so, like, whenever Abby opens it the first time, she's getting a pin out and she orders, like, she reads off the she lists off the contents of the drawer. And she's like, some pins, a notepad. I can't remember everything's in it, but it's like all these, like, generic things. It's like pins, a notepad, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. A tube of KY jelly, and a fish ball of condoms, a year's supply of condoms, something like that. And I was just like, really, that's how you ordered the contents? Like, I would have been like, this fucking giant thing of condoms, some KY jelly, and some other shit.
Yeah.
It was just weird to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't like how Shep came across in the book, but I do really love his friendship with Travis.
I just really like Shep.
Yeah, I want Shep to have his own book with Not America.
I kind of want them to be together.
I didn't really like her, but I liked her more than I liked Abby.
I liked her more than I liked Abby too.
Oh my gosh, when America drabs after Abby and Travis have broken up, one of the million times that they do in this book.
Yeah, I need you to be specific about which time.
It's like they've been broken up for like a couple months, and they go over to Shep and Travis's apartment. Travis isn't supposed to be there, and because America needs something out of the apartment, and
her makeup bag. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And Abby doesn't want to go, and America like makes her go.
She's like, also, he's not there. He's not there.
Abby has gone on dates with Parker. Abby broke up with Travis. Like, all of this.
Mm-hmm.
So Travis comes home with a girl while they're there. And then America loses her shit on Travis. Like, Travis has done some huge, major wrong thing. They've been broken up for, like, months at this point.
And this
you
is
were
the
at
first
his
girl
home.
Yeah.
And you're trying to give him shit. This is his house.
Yeah, and then she breaks up with her boyfriend because of it.
Yeah. And she's like, you can't take his side. It's his fucking house.
And also, Abby broke up with Travis. And also, Travis is a man whore. So, like, if he wants to get it on with somebody, that's his deal. I just think it's crazy.
Deals with his problems.
Yeah.
Alcohol, punching, and sex.
Yeah.
So healthy.
Really in that order.
Nothing about it is healthy. Nothing about any of these people.
Yeah, they're just not making good decisions in life.
No. Therapy. All of them need such a big amount of therapy.
But they make really good grades.
Which is also annoying. How is everybody keeping their GPA up with all this drama?
Yeah, for real. Okay. On that note, though, they're making good grades. There's so much drama. Drunk driving in this book is rampant. It is rampant. They are doing it constantly. It drove me fucking insane.
Yeah.
I was so annoyed every time. Like, at one point, they're like, they're all arguing. They're at a party. They're all arguing. And they're like, let's just go home. We're all drunk. Everyone's fighting. And then they all get in one car and drive home. What? You all just said you couldn't have a conversation because you're all too drunk and fighting? So you got in a car and drove home? You fucking imbeciles.
Yeah.
I wanted all of them to get DUIs.
I mean, but I think that's fair. But also, can we go back to, like...
Yeah.
Finch. We didn't talk about Finch.
Oh, Finch.
I really liked Finch.
Gay best friend.
Yay
They just
for
kind of
Finch.
threw him in there, I feel like.
Yeah, but he was the only character that I liked.
Yeah.
Man.
Except for Shepley.
How did you guys like this book if you hated everyone in it?
I don't know. It's because I'm miserably lonely and I needed it.
Yeah,
so
it was
funny.
kind of like,
You love to hate?
I don't know.
I hated it so much that I needed to know what happened.
Thank you. That's a good point.
That's funny.
It was just exhausting.
Oh, wait. You know who else we forgot to mention? Kara, the roommate.
Oh, God, she's a bitch.
Kara's a bitch, but does she not have any friends? You never hear anything about her outside of the dorm room. Like, does she go to class?
She's always there.
She showers a lot.
Well, she just showers when Abby's there.
Yeah,
she doesn't
if Abby
like
comes
Abby.
in the room, Kara's like, I'm in a shower. And then at one point she says, I'm always really clean when you're around Abby.
Yeah, because she always showers. I'm like, girl, maybe just get a new roommate. Like, I don't know what your
No, she
problem
lives the
is.
dream when Abby and Travis are together because she has her own room.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Listen, I had a roommate once who was in a relationship and she was only around when her and her boyfriend were fighting. It was very convenient.
Yeah.
Haley was like never there unless her and who then became her husband and now they're divorced.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, it is.
He
sad.
was on meth like their whole time.
Yeah, it was, and she had no idea. It was terrible.
It's
But
crazy.
Haley was super sweet and I loved her. To be fair, I liked her all the time. Like maybe
Even
it was
when she
different
was
because
there.
I didn't dislike her like Kara dislikes Abby. But
It's nice to have your own room.
yeah, it was so great. And she had cute stuff, so her side of the room was always really cute. Like it was great. It was
Yeah.
perfect.
That's how kind of how I lived my freshman year of college. I was never at my dorm. I was always at Josh's house. My stepsister had her own room. Hey,
You
Jessica.
guys roomed together in college?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very risky,
Yep.
but
Okay.
everything's fine.
Good.
Everything's great. Congratulations, Jessica. You're graduating tomorrow.
Yeah. How
Yay.
exciting. Okay. So
Whoop whoop.
let's move on to what I think is a big topic.
Okay.
The fire.
Ugh.
So I wrote a note in my
This was stupid.
And
The fucking fire was stupid. We could have ended the book
what?
before the fire ever happened.
I
I hated the fire.
just-
There was so much.
It just brings everything to a breaking point.
No. I think it was unnecessary. Or they all needed to die in it.
Allison, I don't know if we're gonna be friends after this podcast.
Okay. Well, I didn't like the fire.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I
gosh.
definitely agree someone needed to die.
I will say, so I wrote a note and I was like, so having read this book before, whenever it came to the smoke chapter, like I literally stopped for a couple of days, which I said earlier, like this chapter is so hard for me to listen to, but I loved it. Like, so they're in a basement having a fight.
Yeah, let me set this up for you. In the basement, no one knows they're there. Nobody of
Important.
importance who can actually help them if something were to actually go wrong. This idiot, Adam,
Yeah.
has hung lanterns around.
Okay, but to be fair, you don't know that until the second book. You don't know that Adam hung those in the first book. In the first book, it just says that they're there, and I assumed that they were there because it was construction and the electricity was out.
I didn't. I assumed that Adam hung them from the first book.
That's a very odd assumption to make.
I assumed it because why else would there be lighting?
Because there's construction. Everything was turned
Nobody's
off.
still working. Why would they still be lit?
I assumed that he lit them because there was no power to the basement.
Oh, well, I always blamed Adam. Maybe that's just not me thinking logically, but I always assumed it was Adam because he's the one that put everything together.
I don't think anyone's to blame.
Huh?
I said I don't think anyone's to blame.
For
I
the
think
fire?
So in the second book, you
no one
find
was
out.
supposed to be there.
In the second book, Adam is the fight.
I know, but
wrangler.
like,
Wrangler.
it's all their fault that they went to the fight.
I
and
agree
got-
to some
it's
extent.
Mm-hmm.
What you're doing is sketchy. If something sketchy happens, like, sorry about you.
So in this fire, they say that more people died than got out.
And
you don't
we
really
never
know.
know who dies. Gosh, that's so annoying. It honestly, what was more frustrating than anything was that, like,
You know, none of the main characters' friends did.
right, but like essentially, if something like that happened, it would be, I mean, devastating, especially if you were there. And Abby and Travis just seem to move on with their lives.
I don't think that at all.
You don't think it would be devastating, or you don't think they moved on
I
with
don't
their
think
lives?
they moved on.
Yeah, they went to Vegas and got married.
I mean, did you think they would stop breathing for weeks on end?
I mean, I just think there was a lot to do as a person who was involved in the community. Like, think about it. You are not going to just pick up and go to Vegas
What were
after
they
this
gonna do?
traumatic experience. Like, Travis would have been arrested. No fucking way.
They talk about that. They thought that they were throwing a party. They don't think it was a fight.
Somebody would have come clean. There's no way.
I don't think that.
Realistically, there's no way that nobody would have ratted Travis out.
I'm with Allison on this one. That was my first
I
thought.
don't
As soon as
agree.
like they were like running away from the fire.
I'm thinking of all of the things in college that people only got half stories about that we knew about. Being in the sorority. Think about all of the things that you know that our brother fraternity did that the whole campus did not know the full story about.
I'm just saying, I just don't think that there's no way that nobody didn't come clean to the police, because the police are doing an investigation on that. They're not just going to assume it was a party. They're going to figure out, for God's sake.
way more suspicious minds than I do.
Oh, well, but also, hopefully so do the cops. That's their job.
Yeah, I guess it
Do
personally.
you think that there was an underground fighting ring at SWASU?
maybe?
I don't know.
I would guarantee there was, but did we ever hear anything about it?
No. But also, I would like to think that the underground fighting ring at SWASU isn't going to light lanterns. What's wrong with flashlights, damn it?
Or like electric
Like plug-in,
lanterns
like things.
with
Who is lighting
batteries?
fires? Why are we
Yeah.
cavemen? Also,
No.
like, let's talk about the guy Travis fought. Because last I heard, he was passed out on the floor.
I
Did
know.
Homeboy get out?
I did think about that.
Why, in God's name, do we not know if he survived?
He did.
And why does Travis?
Yeah, that guy is definitely dead.
He did.
But Travis murdered him.
No. Oh my gosh.
Then he did. He knocked him out. And he couldn't get out of the fire. So therefore, whose fault is that?
His fault for being there in an illegal fighting ring.
Dude, Travis is for sure real life jail.
Well, and yes, but all of them are. Everyone who was there would be in jail because they were all trespassing.
That's fine, but also Travis would be in jail for more than
For what?
trespassing.
What would he be in jail for?
For assault.
No,
because-
that if you really want to argue that, it would have been self-defense because it was a fight. Both of them were hitting each other.
Well, that's fine, but now the guy that you were hitting is dead.
So that's manslaughter.
Okay, more jail time than everybody else for trespassing.
But that's it.
Okay, I didn't say he was going to jail for murder. I was saying that
You did just say that. You just said he murdered him. That is actually exactly what you just said.
I did say he murdered him, but I didn't say he would go to jail for murdering him, because I don't think that you can prove that he murdered him. I do think you can prove, for sure people are,
having philosophical differences.
for sure someone's coming clean to the police. For sure that guy died and it's
Yeah.
Travis's fault.
If all of my friends died in a fire at an underground fight ring,
I
my
would be
lips would be moving. I'd be like, it was a fucking fight.
That's why I don't invite
It
Berkeley
was
to my
fucking
underground
fight. Yeah,
fighting
do
ring.
not invite me, because if all my friends die, if Allison and Brittany and like Taylor and everyone dies, I'm the only one that gets out. I'm fucking telling.
Taylor would get out because Trent got out.
Yeah, his brother got out. She's comparing you.
Oh yeah, no, that's also something. He needed to die.
Yeah.
Someone of importance
She
to these
only-
people needed to die.
She only did that
I do
so she
agree
could,
with that.
She only did that so she could write a book about him. He only survived so she could continue him in the series. Because it's a Maddox Boy series.
Well, fuck her. Someone important needed to die.
I mean, there still would have been a series without him. Because there's a shit ton of brothers.
Like, maybe Shepley in America should have been there, so, like, he could have died. Or
I think
America.
Brazil should have died. Brazil.
No, someone closer.
I don't even remember who Brazil is.
The football player. Creep.
Oh, but he wasn't really a creep.
I know, that's my, yeah.
I just think maybe even, like, Travis should have been, like, seriously injured.
That's what I thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
I thought he was going to end up in the hospital.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
I think that we all disagree about this book, and I think our listeners need to read it and let us know what they think.
Please.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely going to pick Trent's book for my next book. Just to make them read it.
How dare he leave Abby, by the way.
Honestly, holy shit.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
To me, that's not very realistic either that he left. 'Cause
No, I think it's totally realistic.
Oh, yeah, I think it's
100%.
realistic that he left. Because if you feel like she's walking down a hallway to death,
And, like, you either have the choice of going with her to death or surviving.
you're going to go survive. However, I think who we know the Maddox boys to be, he would have thrown her over his shoulder.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it just was
But
that
I don't
situation.
know. So, you know me. I am like I don't know. I've just been forced into more situations in my life where I've had to, like, think of those decisions of, like, in a time of extreme disaster or, like, make or break decisions of what I would do. I see why he did what he did and why she did what she did.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying I agree with it, but, like, I feel like that was a realistic, like, whenever you're, like, in that mode of, like, pure panic, you're in survival mode. You're not in least amount of damage. You're not thinking like you would rationally.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking, how do I live?
Right.
So, like, he thought, how do I live? Not how do I make sure Abby lives too. And at that point, he was like, I can argue with her and stand here, or I can go. And I mean,
I don't know.
He made the wrong decision. I'm not saying it was the right decision. I'm just saying I see how he came to that decision.
Well, if he would have done what we think he should have done, which is throw Abby over his shoulder and leave, Travis would have died in the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Because he would have gotten to that room. Abby wouldn't have been there. Well, he might have just crawled. Yeah, I don't know if he would have died. He would have just crawled out the window, I guess.
Well, he wouldn't have opened that locked door. You know, the door between him and Abby was locked.
Oh, and he kicked it down.
And he kicked it down. But he only kicked it down because he heard Abby on the other side. This is from the second book, and that's how you know that. The door between Hay and Abby, there was 2 doors into the room Abby was in to get out that window. And Abby couldn't open the window by herself. But Travis heard her.
Trying to open the window.
And he broke down the door. So if he hadn't heard her,
he would have just been stuck in that room.
I mean, I don't know. I like to think that he would have gotten out, but I don't know.
Or would have he just sat in there and looked for Abby?
Yeah.
The bitch who doesn't deserve him.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic. If you had to pick actors
for
these characters in a movie,
who I got it. Be? Okay. This is my favorite part. Well, this is my favorite pick. Travis's dad, Mr. Maddox, would be John Goodman.
Who the hell is John Goodman?
Best known in my life for his role in Coyote Ugly as the dad. But this is John Goodman.
Oh my gosh, that is exactly who I picture.
Yep. John Goodman, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
For Travis Maddox, Taylor Kitsch, best known for his role in Friday Night Lights.
Who? Do you have his picture?
Taylor Kitsch.
Oh, that guy.
See. Oh, I have no idea who this guy is.
Oh, but he's...
Absolutely none.
He's lovely.
I don't like him, how he looks.
That's fine.
Is this... Oh, it's a screenshot.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay.
I screenshotted all of them, so I'd be ready.
Good job. Way to prepare.
For Abby, I picked Joey King, which is the girl from The Kissing Booth, a popular movie on Netflix at the moment.
Sorry.
She's the main character.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. I'm with you.
And for Shepley, I was thinking about Chase Crawford. Because Shepley's attractive, but he's no Travis. So, like, but he is, like, a pretty boy in my head.
Yeah, I would agree. Because they talk about, he's, like, still strong, but he's just, yeah, they definitely describe him more as a pretty boy.
And then for America, Dakota Fanning. Really, because the only thing that she described as America is she's blonde.
Do you know what I think?
My favorite blonde actress is Dakota Fanning.
That's funny. You know what I think?
That's that age.
Is the most unrealistic part of this book? That these guys never go to the gym.
Well, Travis's gym is fighting. That's another super unrealistic part. This guy, I've been wanting to say this all fucking week. This guy is punching people left and right. Fine, if he doesn't go to jail for the fucking illegal fight ring, are you kidding me? With nobody is charging him with assault. He is punching people in the cafeteria at school. He is punching people at the bar. He is punching people in the street. He is just punching all around. And then he's drunk driving. Like, Travis is and his...
Shepley drunk drives way more than Travis, though.
Yeah, well, also, he also just continues to freaking, oh gosh, what was I going to say? Because it was good. I got distracted. I can't even remember. But for sure, Travis should be in jail. Oh, he's in school for criminal justice. That's what I was going to say.
Yeah, and they're all drunk driving.
And they're all fighting.
Fucking idiots.
Well, just Travis. Travis is just...
Okay. All right. Are we ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Let's rate the book. Okay. Berkeley, go ahead.
Okay.
Wait. Berkeley, don't go. Brittany, what's our rating scale? This is Brittany's favorite part of the podcast.
This is my favorite part. Okay.
Gives her purpose.
One is I opened the bottle. I took a sip. I didn't really like it. I didn't finish the bottle. 5 is I opened it. I drank the whole bottle. I loved it. I wanted another. All right, Berkeley. I drank the whole bottle in one sitting.
All right.
That was Brittany's rating. She gave it a 5, just in case you guys missed it, because it was really quick.
That wasn't my rating.
Oh, you were like, I drank the whole bottle.
No, that was 5 stars means I loved it. I drank the whole bottle in one sitting. It was great.
Okay, sorry. Go.
All right. 3.5 corks.
It's higher than I expected you to give it.
Yeah. I'm very, very lonely at the current time, and
you enjoyed the
I really needed some romance in my life. And normally,
that's a polite way to put it.
Yeah, normally I would read a book like this and read the first chapter and probably throw it in the garbage because I cannot stand books like this. But I loved to hate it, and I loved.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, I loved the sex. I loved the romance was super cheesy, but like, I needed it.
First kiss.
It was great.
Vomit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I can't imagine what you're gonna say about this book. How did you feel about it?
I think Berkeley put it in. Love to hate it. I love to hate it. I mean, obviously, I listened to the second book. I honestly listened to the second book because I was like, I didn't like Abby, so I thought from Travis it would be better. But it just made me not like her more. And also, sorry, the guy who narrated it. Jeez. Go to see Matthew McConaughey and ask him to help you with your female voice at Texas A&M.
So how many corks did you give it?
Oh, sorry, 3. I'm just saying with 3.
Okay. I'm going to go with 4.
Okay. That's
Maybe
lower than I thought for you.
Yeah. Well, I really love the book, but I'm under no disillusion that it's the best book ever.
Okay.
I just love romance. There's none in my life. I just really like this book. I really enjoyed it. But yeah, I would say maybe 3.75.
Oh, wow.
It's not like
we went lower.
I mean, the storyline is not amazing. Also, I really think Travis is a dick.
I wish we had talked about that earlier. I have things to say about it, and I can't anymore because we're done.
Because we're done, yeah.
No, hey, wait. We never mentioned the fact that after the fire, they ran to Vegas and got married.
What the fuck?
We mentioned it, yeah.
We mentioned it. Okay.
They got married.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, you
Here
should have read the second one.
More happens after that.
Yeah, they
It's way more unrealistic.
end up married. He is undercover CIA,
No, FBI.
FBI, whatever, and they have 2 kids, twins, and one on the way. It's 7 years later.
Do they have boys?
One
A
boy, one
and a
girl.
The girl is a fighter. The boy is a poker player. They're 9. Okay. Anyways,
The cheese is real.
Allison, did anyone follow us on social media this week?
Yes, people did. Let's talk about those people. Okay, not on Instagram. Can y'all start following us on that? Nobody else followed us on Instagram.
Our Instagram is @BooksUncorked.
Yes, so follow us on that. We'll get a shout out
Bitches.
because there's no new people this week. Okay, but on Twitter, podcast.co followed us. Berkeley followed us on Twitter.
You're welcome.
New Age Influencers, The Shawnee D Show, Cup to Cup Show, and Jenny House all followed us on Twitter.
Thank you.
Woo.
And our Twitter is @BooksUncorked too.
Yeah, send us an email if you want us to talk about anything else. booksuncorked3@gmail.com. Fuck you.
Booksuncorked@gmail.com.
We're going to start sending you hate mail.
Or
Oh
you're
my
gonna-
gosh, can we start sending them hate mail?
No, because we're not hateful.
I am. I'll do it.
Okay.
Also, thanks for, I have a few friends at work, Steven, Anna, and Kimmy, who are listening to the podcast. Thanks, guys, but maybe you should follow us on some social media because that would be nice.
Except you guys decided not to listen to it last week. So, bye, Felicia.
Anyways, Berkeley, do you have a what the fuck high five or sister citation?
I have a what the fuck
Let's hear it.
for sure. This what the fuck goes to the United States Marine Corps.
Oh no.
Most specifically, the admin department.
Okay.
And
I know
and
we're
somewhere
taking
in
on the
Tulsa.
government now.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
All I needed was a paper saying that Josh was alive. All I needed, signed, delivered, emailed to me. I didn't get it until 5 minutes before my meeting to close on the house. And I asked them Monday for it. And I had to call them. They had no idea what I was talking about. United States Marine Corps, you are useless.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Their admin department is useless.
Okay.
We
Admin.
appreciate
Also,
you,
I
the
feel
Marines.
If somebody is asking for proof that their husband is alive, it should be quick.
Please?
Please let me know that he's alive.
I'm sorry. What? That. Oh.
Right. What the fuck?
Yeah. Super big, large. What the fuck?
What the fuck? But that was my biggest deal.
I'm horrified by that. Okay, Brittany.
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh, I have a what the fuck to my body from me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why in the world do you think it is okay to decide to be sick? Give me a break. Fuck my life. That's it. I got sick this week. That's what that's about.
Okay. Mine is to an anonymous person from myself. And it's a what the fuck. What the fuck were you thinking? Were they thinking? Is going on? Just happened? Should I do? All of the what the fucks. When you say you're going to be somewhere, just fucking show up. That's all you have to do. Just show up. If I've requested you be somewhere, you've said you'll be there. Either say you won't be there or
show
be
up.
there. But if don't say, yeah, I'm coming, and then not show up. Because that's a giant waste of my time.
Brittany is important. She
I
has
mean,
other shit to do.
I'm not necessarily the most important person on the planet, but my time is not worth wasting.
She is President Brittany.
Yeah. I'm not just Obama. I'm not just Barack. I am.
Barack.
Listen to last podcast to get that joke. But
Berkeley
yeah.
played him in basketball last week. How did that go? Did you beat him?
Berkeley has no fucking clue what we're talking about. She had way too much Tito's during that podcast.
I really
remember?
don't remember.
You challenged Barack Obama to a basketball game.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Not
Okay.
my shining moment. Here we go.
All right, Allison.
I would pay big bucks to see it, too.
Why don't you tell us about the next book?
Oh,
It's
guys,
Allison's pick.
it's my pick. Okay. Well, as you guys know, if you've ever listened, I am a true crime fanatic. So my next book is The Stranger Beside Me by Anne Rule. So, if you want to follow along with this, we will be posting that fairly quickly. Now, if I can just pull the synopsis up, I apologize. Da-da-da-da. It's right here. The Stranger Beside Me is a 1980 autobiographical and biographical true crime book written by Anne Rule about the serial killer Ted Bundy, whom she knew personally before and after his arrest for a series of murder. Subsequent revisions of the book were published in 1986, 1989, 2000, and 2008. So, I'm very excited.
Gonna learn all sorts of things about
I'm also scared.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited and scared.
TBH, I'm not excited, but I'm going to read it.
Well, I guess we'll see next week.
Yeah.
Except it's bi-weekly.
It's bi-weekly. This is a bi-weekly.
Guys, we
podcast.
have some exciting news, though.
Allison, this is totally your news to share, and I'm so excited for you to tell our listeners.
Okay.
All three of them.
Hey, Steven! I forgive you. Also, we're on iTunes. Yay, IT department does things.
Yay, we did it.
Yay! We're on iTunes, which isn't really that hard. It just took me a while to figure out. And maybe that's why my body got sick, because so we could take time to figure that out.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Well, that's our good news, and that's our podcast for this bi-weekly podcast. Not this week. This bi-week.
so
None of them thought that was funny, but I liked it. I've only had one glass of wine.
also, guys,
Yeah.
I think that we should end this with how Travis says bye to Abby.
Bye, Pidge. What's he say?
Later, Pidge.
Oh, later, Pidge.
Later, Pidge.
Later, Pidge.